Dr. Olamide, over to you. We're talking about the claim of YIAGA Africa here, saying there is now voter inducement going on in some part of Ondo State, where election is coming up on November 16th. What do you think the effect could be if this should prevail and it continues like that till the election time? We can already guess what could happen on the election day if this continues.
Well, Olatoyi, one thing I want everyone to know is I want to actually cite an example. A particular senator from this state, while I was at National Assembly last 3 months, I was at National Assembly discussing with one House of Representatives, and it was night anyway, and it was raining, so we were coming out, and the man actually came and he was like, Honorable, how are you? I said, I'm fine. Oh, thank God you are back in the national. He said, Ojumi Rima Bo. You know the meaning, right? He said, Ojumi Rima Bo. Despite the fact that I did well at my first tenure, but people refused to fold until they collected money from me. Are you getting it? Now, he now said something. He made a particular thing. He said, their eyes will see shaggy. He said, I won't do anything, and the next time I'll still go, I'll give them the money, what they wanted, and I'll come back to the National Assembly. Obviously, there was a bell ringing on my head, and I was like, obviously, this was a statement of fact. He said he did well, that people were actually, during his first tenure, people were actually like, I know, this is a senator. Obviously. But when he came back for re-election, they were asking him money again. And he said it was a narrow escape. He would have lost the election. So obviously in Ondo State, I had an experience during late Akredolu. Then they actually conducted one local government election. I was in a particular region. Okay, just let me mention, because it's a past. Let me mention. You know Litaye?
Yes.
Litayango. So I went there as PO, polling unit officer. So it was 2:00, and I received the call. I was told that I should be coming to Ondo. I said, for what? They said, election is up now. They are done. I said, done? We are still voting here. And believe me sincerely, they did not. When I got there, they just packed everything. They left it there, and they announced another person as winner. So what do you want people to do? What do you want? And people that were there are youth. Those that were announcing were youth. And those people that did all those sort of things were youth. So obviously Ondo State, don't let me say, it has actually mastered them, because I was there since 2011. I've been in Ondo State since 2011, observing different elections. So it has mastered a lot of people in that state, that particular state, even in Nigeria anyway, in that particular state. Especially, you see that Oriomi, that Ondo. During Goodluck Jonathan's re-election that failed, I was there. And obviously, in fact, it was God. If not for God, I would have been dead today. Not because of anything, because I was telling them that everybody must vote. After voting, we'll count it. They said, no, they are not counting anything.
Okay.
Just imagine that. They said they are not counting. So, if YIAGA Africa had actually come with this claim, believe me sincerely, I will believe it. And there is nothing that will happen. And that is why I do tell people, when labor union were actually agitating for increment in minimum wage, I said that is not the next thing. The next thing in our agenda, because the higher the minimum wage, the more problem we have in Nigeria. That is what people don't want to. I'm an economist, and I'm actually saying this. So one thing you need to do is, if a labor union is actually telling you that one senator is collecting 1 billion naira per month, ask such person, such union leader, that how much did you use to bribe people before you become a union leader, or before you become a teacher? No. But this set of people will come and actually tell you that, okay, fine, a form of just councillorship, or let me use House of Assembly. House of Assembly form is around 15 million naira. So where do you expect a journalist like me, an economist like me, to get such money? So if anybody could have actually gotten that money, whether from loan or whatsoever, you want the person to actually gain from whatever he might have invested. So business in politics in Nigeria, especially in this region, is now an investment. It's now a business, and that is why you see people rushing to it. So if anybody is telling you this, if YIAGA is saying this, I've had my experience, and I'm telling you that the effect is just that we'll continuously having problem. We'll continuously having poverty in the land. We'll continue having failed leaders. We'll continue having people that are unreasonable, that are unscrupulous at the helm of government. So it's as simple as that. But for Ondo State, you know, we have two major candidates. We have Agbola Ajayi, and we have the incumbent, which is ADARANIWA, and both of them were once vice deputy governor, and both of them were accused of, you know, one or two things then, and both of them have actually faced impeachment then, you know. Now, obviously, both of them knows their onions.
Okay.
Are you getting it? Especially Agbola. And if you see what is happening in Ondo State now, go to the nook and cranny of Ondo State to see a poster of either PDP or every other candidate. Now, will be hard for you. But that means there has been a particular law, there has been a particular something that has been done so that you will have posters of only the ruling party. And with that, you don't expect other parties to actually sit down and be watching. If you cannot allow them to be posting their banners, their posters anyhow, then they will find another means. The only thing we only have there is INEC. But there is little INEC could actually do, because in as much the arm of government that is executive is actually still the one dictating what happens in INEC, which is an independent according to them. But so to say, believe me sincerely, there is nothing independent in this government when it comes to electoral. So if INEC could actually try their best to reduce that, fine. But I believe they will not.